Welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator, where last time we built the world's happiest little car. Today, we won't be building a drift car per se, but I'll just say it's got some drift car heritage. It's a big ol' wide body. Let's head to the junkyard and cross fingers that this doesn't take us like 40 minutes to find this car. Well, that took a solid 30 seconds. Say hello to none other than the Toyota Prius. It's got a little i4 with 140 horsepower, 180 foot-pounds of torque, or I guess technically Newton meters. Somebody had the unfortunate pleasure of driving this thing 83,000 kilometers. Hopefully, with Twitch chat's help, we can build this into the world's most wide-body and embarrassing Prius. Look at this lovely green machine. The Prius is lagging out my game. I'm gonna say this is my PC's way of expressing disappointment with me. Yo, no way, because this is a hybrid. Look at all the batteries in there. Well played, Car Mechanic Sim. Would you look? Okay, you know what? The rust has to go right away. $1,000 later, now we just have to deal with that horrible green color. And let's also clean up the interior while we're at it. Looking nice and spiffy in there. I didn't even actually look at the car's status properly before this. It's actually not as bad as some of the cars that we've driven recently. 14% on global body condition. Regardless, it's gonna be one of those days where everything gets ripped out of here. Yo, let's ditch all these batteries back here too. That's probably a fire hazard. Anyways, we're gonna go with the same strategy that we did last time on the Daihatsu Midget. We're gonna strip all the parts off of this car right away, and then we'll try to repair all the parts we can. But basically, long story short, it's gonna save us a bunch of time and allow us to build this car up super quickly. It's been such a long time that we've driven a Prius in a video game as well. I think, honestly, the last time I drove a Prius in a game has got to be like Forza Motorsport 4. I think just like that, we're already done. Literally ripping out like the suspension and even like the engine and gearbox took 5 minutes. I think it's officially happening. I'm getting too good at Car Mechanic Simulator. There we go. Everything is ripped out. 1%, nothing is... Oh. Got it. Let's start with this. Let's repair all of our old parts. For sure, we lose some parts in the process, but overall, it's a way faster way of dealing with things. Anyways, well, why don't we start with this kind of pathetic excuse of an engine, a little i4. i4 DOHC, either one of them work. Let's get a donor car. So I bought this Audi looking thing. It's got this engine in it. No way, this is a BFM, and that's a huge amount of horsepower. Now we've got a little 300 horsepower engine for our car. Well, thank you to our little donor car. The thing is now pretty much useless. So you know what? I'm just gonna sell that, pretend nothing happened. And let's take the engine crane and get this new engine installed in our Prius. I will be honest, I didn't think I would be getting an engine donation from an Audi, but I'll take it. Look at that crash structure again. That's crazy. Anyways, let's get the gearbox installed on this thing. Luckily for us, we've got a brand new one from our donor car as well. We've even got a lovely drive shaft to get in there. Look at that. And even a front exhaust section. Our little Prius engine is in. If it's gonna produce 300 horsepower, I don't actually know just yet. We'll have to see when we get it on the dyno, but let's do this suspension up and we should be good. But like I've been saying, I've got most of the parts for this, so we should really be able to bang this out rather quickly. You wouldn't even get this level of speed from like a goddamn F1 pit crew. I'm rebuilding an entire car in literal minutes. I'm already done the other side. We'll need to figure out what type of tires that we're going to install on this thing. I have a feeling Twitch chat's going to want me to install more white wall tires. Are we seriously already done the front suspension? I think we are. Again, that was like 5 minutes to get everything installed. Let me just lower this down because I want to do the engine bay real quick. All right, I'm going to want a little bit more horsepower. Obviously, I didn't toss on like any of the performance parts, but simple stuff like an air filter, I can get that on super easily. Red means you go faster. Thank you for the extra 1% horsepower boost. And then we have to do my favorite thing in this game and install little clips. I think this car will actually turn on first try. I've never had that before. New fuel tank installed. Yo, I need so many batteries for this. I completely forgot about those. Okay, well, let's get our rear suspension on and then we'll worry about all of those. We've already got our rear shocks. Fantastic. Done the suspension. I feel like I must be See? At least I know when I'm missing something. I think I'm good. Let's get our 6 batteries in. And then we just need like a drive shaft and stuff. And I think we're done. Look where my exhaust runs to. It literally runs to my fuel tank. I don't know if you ask me, but that seems like it's a recipe for a big bang. Twitch chat, you are going to be in charge of my wheel size, my tires, and everything. We're just going to toss them on blindly and see what we come up with. Honestly, it seems to be really split between race tires and like slick tires. I guess I'll go with, give me slick tires with tire letters, sure. We'll get 4 of them, all the same size, 20-inch. And for the moment, let's try to go a little bit realistic. So let's go 245s. And then profile, let's go 35. Yo, I don't know if it's one person spamming it or something, but a lot of people are saying 17A. I mean, sure. Let's do it. 4 of them, 20-inch. And let's have them stick out a little bit. Let's give them a little bit of offset. Let's go to 30. DJ's like, it's ruined now. Well, duh. Yo, the fitment's not bad. It's just, it's a little too big. Like I said, we get to blame Twitch for that one. It is what it is. All right, how do these look in the front? Okay, well, we'll pretend there's no clipping issues, okay? If I've done as well as I think I have, we should be able to just put some oil in this thing, and it should fire on up instantly. And we'll take it to the dyno. Move car over. Why? What am I missing? I'm on 99%. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing a battery. Oh, my bad. I got 6 batteries. I missed one. I forgot the actual main car battery. Okay, chuck this guy in. Battery in. There you go. Fantastic. Now, we should be able to move you over to the dyno. There you go. Twitch, put your predictions together for horsepower. Keep in mind it had 140 stock. And then we tossed in an engine with a 270. I think we might be a little higher than that. Let's see what we got. 273 horsepower. We get a 1% bonus. It's not bad, but if you actually had a car with like almost 300 wheel horsepower like this, that's pretty good. So it's time to make the Prius look good. We've got to get all of the body parts back installed, and this is when things are gonna get kind of crazy. Where do you even start with a car like this? Assemble mode, I guess we'll start with the windows. We've got tinted or non-tinted. Let's go for the tinty boys. And then I guess we'll start with the little things. Start with our headlights. We've got a couple of different options. We've got like some blacked out ones or like the regular ones. Because we're making this look pretty cool, let's go with the blacked out ones. Make it look modified. I guess we'll get our doors on because I don't really expect there to be many options for doors, but yet somehow there are. You've got a regular Prius door or this one, which I think you can see where this is going. Front left fender. This is where, yeah, we've got a lot of options here. Like, you've got this one. This is just a normal Toyota Prius side skirt on there. Just for the giggles, let's go with letter G. Yeah, that is a Rocket Bunny Toyota Prius part on there. How sick is that? I did see, I was actually testing this out before, and I saw something just absurd. It might be... Yeah, I found it. Everybody's like, she thick. I could literally eat my dinner on the fender of the car. Front bumper, I would imagine. Yup, we've got a lot of different versions of this as well. So normal one, letter B. Yo, that looks pretty cool on there. How about this one, F? This one's got like a race splitter on it. That's actually pretty cool. Yo, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Forza Horizon 4 Toyota. What am I saying? The Forza Horizon 4 Ford Focus RS. We've got a trunk as well with what looks to be An absurd rear wing. Okay, guys, I think these fenders just have to go. We'll come back and we'll do another build of this. And I think for the moment, we'll get ones that kind of fit our tires a little bit more. Yo, even that isn't even big enough for this car. You could still have, like, wider tires or tires that stick out even further. That's kind of insane. And, you know, just for the giggles, let's get a Pagani steering wheel. So I think our steering wheel actually costs more than the car does, but that's okay. Before we go drive this thing, let's just get it painted real quick. It actually looks pretty sick. It's a legit rocket bunny. I mean, all we're doing is missing the front, and it's a little front wheel drive car. Look at it go. Can I whip the... Jesus Christ, the handbrake's strong. I love front wheel drive cars. Yo, the tire smoke in this game looks awesome. Yo, at least you can no longer see how ugly my Prius is. Yo, it turns really nicely. Hold on. The ultimate test of a Toyota Prius is if you can rip it around your local racetrack. Let's see what we got. Turn in. Yo, I don't know if it's a good Oh. No, never mind. Maybe I take back what I was about to say. Yo, look at it. It's an actual race car Prius. This is awesome. Yo, my brake lights actually work too. I'm actually starting to like the Prius, and this is not okay. Okay. I think we can make this thing even better. That was build number 1. I think we need the absurd wide body on here. So let's get this thing lifted up. Let's get these side skirts off. And then I think we're honestly gonna need to put on the widest possible tires in this game. I think those are gonna fit the Prius. We're looking good. 415s. All right, here we go. Let's see. Do they? Are you kidding me? They're not big enough. Guys, they're not big. I need bigger. 475 on the width. Those bolts are starting to look a little bit ridiculous. Let's see. That's pretty perfect fitment, if you ask me. The 19-inch rims actually fit perfectly on there. In the front, literal perfection. Look at those. We need the obnoxious level of rear wing. Perfect. Oh my God, look at this car. This is Barney the purple dinosaur when he lost his shit. Yo, driving this thing is gonna be really weird because it's gonna have so much grip now. I don't know if this is like just me, but it almost looks like it could be lowered down a tiny little bit. You got like an inch. It would definitely fail the shoe test, but honestly, that's a really cool looking car. Okay. Those tires are dumb. Really dumb. I think I probably should have used more offset rather than the world's thickest rear tires. It's a rally Prius now. Yo, 100%. Wait, what? What are those brake lights? Okay, we gotta take this thing over to the rally circuit because this is so crazy looking. If you ask me, those tires are so thick, we're not gonna have an issue with grip whatsoever, and away we go. Not even any wheel spin, and just tackling the rally stage. I gotta say as well, for a little i4, this thing's solid on power. Like, obviously, it's never gonna compete with some of the stuff that we've built in this game, but it doesn't feel like slow or like a liability. I think now, honestly, you can see why I've been asking for a Prius for so long in so many different video games. Because although the Prius by itself isn't great, with the right mods, you could actually turn a Prius into something really cool. And hey, I mean, imagine this thing in Horizon 4, swap in a 2JZ into this thing, and suddenly you got 1600 horsepower, make it rear wheel drive, and you got yourself a drift monster. I'm sorry to say it, but I'm in love with the Toyota Prius. I never thought those words would come out of my mouth, but this thing is just so good.